Field Day is the largest operating event in the U.S. and Canada, with over 40,000 operators getting on the air. Field Day will be June 23rd and 24th this year. We're really excited here at DX Engineering, and here's why we care about Field Day. I was licensed in July of 2012 and attended my first Field Day in June of 2013. My first Field Day, I remember we were at a park in Shenango Township. I made my first HF contact ever. I had Art, W1AGW, was helping me, and it was just one of those neat experiences where you've never had anything like that before. Went on to make hundreds of contacts that Field Day on a bunch of different bands. Pretty small Field Day. We shot bow and arrows up into the trees, getting wires hung and things like that. And we've grown our Field Day since then, and some of the great parts about it that I love are the Elmer sessions, the ability to teach and learn, to teach new hams, to learn from old hams, and just experiment and do different things. We have Elmer sessions that teach new hams CW training classes, emergency communication classes, all that kind of stuff. Just anything that we can do to expand the hobby, expand our knowledge into ham radio and where we're at. So, every year we try and put up a new antenna. We have your tried and true tri-banders. We do wire dipoles every year, but we do things from NVIS to multi-band verticals to just, loop antennas that we've never built before. Let's get them up, let's try them, let's see how they react and how they perform against these other antennas that we've used in the past. We put up an NVIS last year, and I remember one guy going, NVIS, that's just for short, close-in communications. How's this going to work for Field Day? And he sat there on CW working guys in all the neighboring states, and he just kept going. And at the end of the Field Day, he's like, that worked really well. I really like that antenna for Field Day. So obviously, one of the things in Field Day is getting your antennas up, getting them up into the air. A lot of different ways to do it. We've used air cannons, to shoot tennis balls with ropes tied to them, and weighted arrows. So bow and arrow with a weight on it and some fishing line. You launch that thing up over top of a tree, and we get antennas, 70, 80, 100 feet up into the air that way. When we do these antennas, we're shooting them up, we're in a park, and obviously safety first. Who's on the other side, clear the area out. We want to make sure that we don't have anybody underneath us when that arrow comes down. So, our Field Day group, our club, consists of, some pretty big contesters. It consists of people who got into this for emergency communications, who don't really enjoy contesting. Some enjoy a little bit of both. Some enjoy just talking, the social aspect. Of course, Field Day, the food. Everybody comes for the food. We've got retired engineers, people that were just interested at one point. We've got Grove City College in our area that the students come out and, we try and get them involved, so get some young people into the hobby. And just, across the board, everybody gets together. Everybody has different roles. I'm usually the guy that's helping design and put up the antennas. We've got CW guys that sit there and they'll work CW all day long. We got one guy, he sits in front of 20 meters. He starts the contest and, or he starts Field Day at, 2 o'clock and ends the next day at 2 o'clock, 24 hours straight all night. You come over at 2 in the morning and he's sitting there at the radio still talking, head bobbing and falling asleep. So, it takes all kinds of people to make Field Day come together. That's what it's about, getting out there, experimenting, learning stuff from old hams, teaching new hams, new parts of the hobby, and just trying to enjoy the beautiful day.